till the day I die.
Just a casual eye look. Let me know if you want a tutorial. UFC hasn't held an event in Mexico for over 4 years, and considering that we've seen champions, interim champions and top tier contenders from the country in that time, let me tell you, it's been a long time coming. Hi pups. Hey. Don't come here. And the last time that the organisation was in Mexico, it didn't exactly go to plan. The crowd were already not best pleased that they'd watched their boy Polo get knocked out on his feet, and Bravo was on the canvas for a while after a nasty spinning back fist. By the time they got to the main event between Yair Rodriguez and Jeremy Stephens, which ended in just 15 seconds due to an eye poke, well, they were ready to erupt. Throw-in shit, the works. Now, some of the greatest fighters in history come from Mexico or have Mexican heritage. It's been more synonymous with boxing traditionally, but the rise in MMA isn't a new thing. Cain became the first... Cain became the first fighter of Mexican heritage to win a UFC title in 2010. And the history of the promotion is filled with fighters like Tito Ortiz, Shamrock, Cruz, Ortega, Cejudo, Sanchez, the Diaz brothers, Gastelum, Melendez, Condit. Following the first series of tough Latin America, we saw more Mexican-born fighters start to enter the organisation and work their way up. Champs started getting their claws in, starting with Moreno, who upstaged the main event at UFC 263 when he dethroned Figgy with a third-round submission, followed by Yair, who beat Emmett to get the interim featherweight title, and then Grasso shocked the world by submitting the indestructible Shevchenko. Now, last year we saw Noche UFC, an event put on to mark Mexican Independence Day. What are you doing? Held, naturally, in Vegas. And it was lacking a little bit in homegrown talent. We got to see Grasso keep her belt, and Rosas Jr. dropped Terrence Mitchell with a nasty... Do you remember it? I'm not even sure you were alive, mate. With a nasty left hook, and then proceeded to deliver some ground and pound to get the job done. Zellhuber got the Anaconda choke, Cortez came back in a big way, Lupi Godinez continued to impress, but Padilla lost, and Chariz's fight ended in a no contest due to a premature referee stoppage. And there were some obvious names missing, and not just the big guns that we're getting to see at UFC Mexico, but the likes of Rafa Garcia, Manuel Torres, Gabriel Benitez. Luckily, the UFC is rectifying some of this. This card is stacked. I am excited. Hence why I decided not to film a full reaction video for UFC 298, so I could give this card some love. Look at this. What is this? Charaz will look to settle his unfinished business. Zellhuber will look to keep the hype train rolling as he takes on Prado, who is coming in with all of the confidence of a first round knockout. Torres, who has already cemented himself as a knockout artist, will likely push Scotland's Chris Duncan away from his comfort zones of decision win. After that 17-second knockout of Shannon Ross in July, we've all had to cross submission specialist off of Aguilar's resume and just get excited to see what this well-rounded threat's going to bring to the octagon this time. Lazy Boy is finally getting his shot, and in his hometown no less. Let's hope it was worth all the setbacks. But his opponent hasn't had much better luck, honestly. Buried amongst all of the cancellations on his resume are 2 losses, one due to a gruesome arm injury and the other a bizarre technical decision when he was knocked out with a slam at the final buzzer. Former LFA champ El Magnifico gets another chance after earning a favour by stepping in last minute to fight and lose to Tim Elliott back in June. Speaking of losing back in June, Mr. Perfect clubbed and subbed El Problema, but we're crossing our fingers that he gets back to them knockouts he does so beautifully. And of course, the golden child returns, Raul Rosas Jr. versus Ricky Tercios. It took our young lad just 54 seconds at Noche UFC, and now he gets to fight in front of a Mexican crowd? Come on now, this is going to be fun. Think what you like about this kid, but he does have those star ingredients. Ricky may not have as much hype, but they have had similar success rates in the UFC, and they will both be looking to use the other as leverage. Remember when I was like, oh, we never get 2 5-round fights at the top of a fight night card, and then we didn't? Well, now we're going to. Probably, maybe. Don't jinx it. Stop talking about it, Jesus. Yair Rodriguez versus Brian Ortega. Yes, we've been here before, but last time there was a weird fluke shoulder pop out and Ortega could not continue. And he's looking to right that wrong immediately with his first fight back after the injury. Yair, on the other hand, got all the way sort of to the top in the meantime. Now, Yair has been a hurricane of excitement since the very beginning. Remember what an underdog he was against Charles Rosa? Made a mockery of the bookies, he did. Overwhelmed Charlie Boy with spinning kicks, flying knees, relentless grappling offense. Offense. Don't know why I said it like that. Offense. Rogan called him a combo of Jon Jones and Anthony Pettis, if you can believe such a Frankenstein's monster. And I'd be a fool not to pick that guy, yeah. To end the night and carry on the shoulder injury ending the fight the last time they faced off theme, the first Mexican-born champ will return. Not against Albazi as we were promised, and at first I was like, but then I thought about it again. Moreno and Royval, their first fight ended prematurely, so did we really get that question answered? No. Maybe we're gonna get that changed that we were shorted last time, you know? I'm picking Moreno though, that guy is something else. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I just wanted to do a hype video for this event because it deserves it. But leave a comment if you want some more detailed predictions and maybe I'll be able to fulfill that wish for you. And I never do this, but if you want to help a girl out, like and subscribe as well.